Okay guys, let's choose the papers that we want to put in this journal. G has included I believe eight horizontal pages. So I've just gone through and I've picked out 6 that I like. There's going to be 17 pages in this journal, and I think that'll be plenty. It's one signature. I think that'll be plenty because by the time I add all the pockets and tucks and everything, it'll be pretty loaded. So I've got here a doily. This is an oval doily with nice coffee dyed stain there. I've got a small, now when I say small envelope, this is just a regular letter size correspondence envelope. These got, you can tell the difference in my brew. These got extremely dark coffee, and these are almost look like they're tea dyed in comparison. This was not as strong. So I have a small one that I will probably glue the flap in, and then we'll decorate this. Sometimes I decorate them, sometimes I don't. This is a number 10 envelope. We will probably glue this inside, and you can see when you coffee dye it, it starts to fall, come apart a little bit, so I'll have to glue that back together. I will be folding this one in half. And I am going to be sewing in this journal, but you do not have to sew. If you don't have a sewing machine, or if you just don't want to sew, then don't. The whole point of this is for you to make it your own. So, and I know I've said that before, but I just want to reiterate, don't sew if you don't want to. I like to sew. I like you know, to mix it up a little bit. In fact, I think I'm going to use a black thread with this one just because I like the way that it shows up. So I have folded this. I've tucked the flap in. I am going to glue this together, but I will be folding this over like so, and what that'll do is give us another pocket on the opposite side. Get that fold straight. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. It's about an inch. I can measure it in a second. I think it's about an inch. And, you know, these envelopes aren't always folded straight. We buy them in a box of 100. They're done by a machine. So, about an inch and a quarter is how much I folded that over. And what I'll do with this, now you'll see it's about the size of this one. Little tiny bit, about a quarter inch bigger. But what I will do with this is sew around the entire thing. When it's in the signature, there'll be a pocket on this side, and then there'll be a tuck on these sides. Okay, so that's the envelopes. Next thing I want to do is I've got some music paper. I'm going to go through this real quick and then we'll start folding it. I've got some music paper. I like the graph paper, the green ledger paper. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coffee dyed papers, and then I have 6 from the kit. And this is the one I want to make my middle, my center. So I'm going to fold that way. And the rest of these will be folded this direction. So I think I want this one for the signature cover, but I've chosen this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one to use. And then I'm going to be using the other 2 for other projects. This one is the one that I chose for the center in case I didn't show it long enough. This was the first one I saw, and I just love this page. So that's my center. And I'm going to put in the center of this one a doily and an envelope. So it should be 18 pieces by the time it's all said and done. So somebody had mentioned something in one of the comments of my last, well, it wasn't the last video, but the when I did the Reader's Digest book, the Butterflies in Blue, about scoring it before I fold. I am not scoring it. I am simply using the scoreboard as you know, to hold it, to line it up straight. So I'm just pushing it over there to the corner, folding it, pushing that over to the corner, and folding it. Just so that it's quick. I probably wouldn't score these, only because I don't want to break down those fibers. So I wouldn't score these ahead of time. I'm just simply folding them. And you could use your bone folder, but I'm not. I'm just lightly folding. Okay, so now I've got all the designer pages done. Okay, so now I'm going to do the coffee dyed the same way, just pushing it up into the corner. This is just a faster way to do it. I just learned this recently on YouTube. I saw somebody do it. I don't remember who it was. It might have been Trisha Morris. I don't remember. But anyway, it's just super fast trying, because when I'm trying to line things up straight, it takes me forever. So this is a way faster way to fold for me. And absolutely unnecessary. Let's see, I like it to have, yeah, this one's got kind of a tear in it, but that's okay. Sometimes that happens with the coffee dyeing. Did that get straight? Yeah. Okay. This piece of graph paper is thin, but I got this graph paper at Walgreens, and what I like about it is that I can coffee dye it and it doesn't run. So, and then this one, of course, I believe these are the grungy music pages by Victoria Designs. I'm trying to use up a few things that are on my desk, and I'm pretty sure that's where these came from. I have a whole stack over here in the corner. I think I've got some Shabby Dabby Doodah kits. I've got some Artie Mays kits that I've printed and never worked on. In fact, somewhere I've got the Artie Mays one that I printed out. What was it? Was it Primrose? No. Foxglove. Foxglove I've got somewhere around here. I put it inside of something. It was folded, and I misplaced it. I mean, you know, I'm not really a pig. I just have too much stuff. So I put it somewhere thinking I'll remember where it is, and then I move it out of the way, and then, you know. Okay, so let's see, how did I want to do this? I'm going to use this one as the center, like I said. And I'm going to have a doily in the center here. And then I'm going to, on another episode, I'm going to print out an envelope to cut out to put in the center. And the envelope will hide my, my sewing strings. So that's going to be in the middle. So after this, I'm going to use the music page. I've got one done here, so I'm kind of trying to do it the same way. So let me see what I've got. I've got the doily, and then the music paper, and then coffee dyed. Kind of want to keep them the same. Okay. Coffee dyed. And it doesn't really have to be the same, but it's easier on me. That way when I'm looking for pages in one, I know it's going to be there in the next one. So let's see. The next one I want is another coffee dye. Is that right? I think I took a coffee dyed one and moved it because I needed more contrast. Oh, and then that little envelope goes here. Okay. And then graph and coffee, and the one with the, let's see, so graph, coffee, and the one with the pink rose on the bottom. Kind of looks like a gazebo, or maybe like a tall skinny vase. Maybe that's what it is. And then the larger envelope, and a coffee dye, and this page, and the green ledger paper, and coffee, and the large rose. There we go. Okay, so there is our signature. Now the next thing that I want to do is, until we have the next, for the next time, is I'm going to sew all the designer pages. And let's see, what lace do I want to use? I think I'm going to use this bigger lace. I don't need it to hang over a ton, and I also don't want it to cover a bunch, but if I sew it on this side, that would look kind of cool. It'll also decorate up the back of that page. So I don't know, maybe that one. I'm running out of the skinny ribbon, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sew the ribbon, and then I'm gonna sew around this envelope, and then I don't know if I really need to sew around this. I may just use like a straight stitch and just sew around the edge of this one, just so that it has the stitching on it, and I'll decide when I get to that page whether I want to do that or not. And then after I sew, if there's any spots, I think on the music paper there may be an edge that I need to ink. Well, maybe not. These look like they're pretty good. My old printer, this is a new page that I printed. My new printer goes borderless completely. My old one said borderless, but it would leave me just that little tiny white line. So some of my pages have that, some don't. I notice these don't have the white edges, which is nice. So I don't have to worry about that. But anyway, I'm just flip-flopping around here, guys. So this is going to be a gorgeous Shabby Chic journal. I'm going to go through my laces and see which ones I want to sew on, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.